Have you ever been completely sure you were making the right decision, only to realize later you were way off? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Confidence doesn't equal clarity. And if you're relying on your feelings, your opinions, or what just seems right, you're probably guessing more than you think. So, what actually is discernment? And why do so many people get it wrong? Let's clear something up first. Discernment isn't some secret superpower. It's not reserved for spiritual elites. And it's definitely not about having an opinion on everything. Real discernment doesn't come from your emotions, your instincts, or your intelligence, because all three can be wrong, fast. Your emotions shift, your thoughts get influenced, your perspective is limited. So if you're relying only on yourself, you're building decisions on unstable ground. Here's where everything changes. Discernment begins the moment you realize you don't see as clearly as you think you do. That awareness, that humility, that's the starting line. Because wisdom doesn't originate from within you. It comes from outside of you. At the moment you depend fully on yourself, you start sinking, just like Peter did when he looked away from Christ while on the water. Let me ask you something. What if the reason you've been stuck, confused, or second-guessing decisions isn't because you lack intelligence, but because you've been looking in the wrong place for guidance? Stay with me, because this is where discernment becomes powerful. Discernment grows when you stop trying to be the source and start going to the source. When you ask for wisdom consistently, honestly, it's given, not sparingly and not reluctantly, but generously. And over time, something shifts. Think about this. A trained chef doesn't need a recipe to know something's off. They've developed a sense for what belongs and what doesn't. Same with a skilled appraiser. They can spot value instantly, even in a pile of junk. Discernment works the same way. It's not about memorizing rules. It's about training your mind to recognize what's good, true, and right from the source, Jesus Christ, who is the source of every good thing. He is the way, the truth, and the life. Romans 12:2, and do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. And that only happens when you consistently expose yourself to the truth that is in Christ. Here's the part most people miss. Discernment isn't just about making better choices. It's about becoming a different kind of person. A person whose thinking has been reshaped. A person who naturally leans towards what is good. A person who can test things, not by feelings, but by truth. Because when your mind is renewed, your decisions follow. As you pursue what is true, you start noticing what isn't. You pursue what is right. You begin to see where you've been off. Not to condemn you, but to redirect you, to bring you back into alignment with what actually matters. Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Discernment isn't about knowing everything. It's about knowing where to look and becoming someone who recognizes truth when they see it. So the real question is, are you trusting on your own understanding, or are you learning to trust from the source of wisdom, Jesus Christ? Because that choice changes everything.